Earlier this fall, we thought it would be interesting to get opinions from Portland's houseless community about the meals available in downtown. Often, houseless folks aren't present at the table when decisions are made about services that impact them directly. Houselessness also often means a loss of agency and choices, but everyone has an opinion about food. The stakes were raised significantly when the city changed regulations that will most likely reduce the number of meals available in city parks. So along with opinions, we've included a list of all the meals available in greater downtown. Why are you here today?
I'm here for a rally for free hot soup.
Okay, and why is the rally today?
We have to have the rally because free hot soup is endangered by the Parks Department, who's insisting that free hot soup have permits.
Okay, and that's part of the new ordinance coming from, isn't it Commissioner Nick Fish that came up with that one?
Nick Fish, that's correct, because he's head of Parks Department now.
And so what exactly would that ordinance do?
So what that ordinance does is, number one, it makes sure that every organization that is giving food to people on the street can only do it once a week, and secondly, that they follow the code and all that, and none of that is bad in and of itself. Except free hot soup isn't run by one person. That's just a collective name. Each group that comes here 5 days a week, each day of the week is a different group actually.
Okay.
And so it's not actually the same. It's not the same group, and so actually the permit doesn't really fit what these folks are doing.
Okay. And like, you've probably been here, experienced it quite a bit. How many people do you think they serve every night?
Actually, I'm not sure. Okay. Honestly, I don't know. I'm really impressed by the line that's around, and so I can see how come maybe a couple of the businesses might think, oh, well, a line of homeless people doesn't look good for our business, but. Last I've checked, homeless people have molecules and they have to be somewhere. And they're probably going to be somewhere where they can get some food. And that's a human thing to do. That's the humane thing to do, is to provide hungry people with food wherever that happens to be.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Why are you here today?
We have a protected right as private citizens to make food, to eat that food, and to share that food. And there's a lot of people in this town who don't have housing anymore because of people like Nick Fish and Ted Wheeler creating nothing but a massive overabundance of luxury housing units. The last count I saw was very recent, 17,900 vacant luxury units. If we had 17,900 $750 apartments right now, you wouldn't see tents on the streets. It would be like 15 years ago was before Nick Fish was first elected. Nick Fish fostered Portland into and through this explosion of a housing crisis. And now he's trying to sweep us away, because you can see, if you come over this way, from right here, you can see the construction site for the Ritz-Carlton Hotel, Portland's first 5-star hotel. And they put in the visitor center right here. And we have a rent-a-cop over there from the Portland Business Alliance. So they're doing everything they can to remove the evidence and the witnesses for the work that they won't do, so they can continue to line the developers' pockets to make sure that nobody who doesn't make $26 an hour can afford a 2-bedroom apartment on their own anymore. And that's what it is. If you go to the Wimbledon Courts apartments, I looked yesterday, it was $1,460 for their cheapest 2-bedroom unit. You have to prove at Wimbledon Courts, you have to prove 3 times the income on paper in order to even apply. That means you have to make, what is that, $5,600 or something like that? I don't have my calculator out. In order to even apply for that. So we have senior citizens that come and eat our food a lot. And those senior citizens, they're making $1,100, $800 on Social Security. You know, some of them have a little bit of a pension. They're making $1,600, but when they lose their housing, because Nick Fish and Ted Wheeler and a lot of bad politicians before them allowed all of these luxury developers to scoop out of our inventory the affordable housing units while the city was exploding with new population numbers. We got this, and they won't do the work to fix it. And now we're going to take this to the Supreme Court.
Nice.
I'm not afraid of their police violence. I'm not afraid of their jails, and I'm going to continue to serve soup on Wednesdays.
Let them eat soup.
So in your opinion, what's the best meal downtown area?
I come here. It's drama free. They don't put up with any crap here.
And so in any of the meals downtown, what would you feel, or what do you think would be like the way to improve the change?
You know, I don't think I would. I don't think I would for the simple reason I'm being provided something free of charge. I have no reason to tell them how to do their job. That's just how I feel about it.
Well, thank you for your time.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Cool.
Okay, so Pepe, how long have you been coming to the system?
I've been here for 2 years.
And what do you think of the meals here?
Pretty good. They're healthy.
What meal in the city would you say is actually the best?
Well, that's because we have basically supporting local farms.
What do you feel, or what do you think would be a way to change or improve the system for meals here in Portland?
I think the first step would be letting people to run their own food.
Okay, so for the record, what's your name?
Ryan?
Okay, and so you just had dinner here, right?
Yeah.
And what do you think of the meal?
It's okay. It's better than what I got anywhere else. And it didn't cost me nothing.
And so you probably had meals around some of the other centers around here. Which one would you say is the best?
It depends on what day it is and what meal is the best place to eat at. But there's a bunch of places, like this morning, in church in St. Stephen's, you got the best breakfast on Saturday morning. The best breakfast on Sunday morning is either in the park or at Killingsburg. So either way, you ain't gonna miss out on this breakfast on weekends.
And so what do you think or feel would be a good way for the meal system around the world to get improved?
We all pitch in, help out. We all pitch in and do our part.
Well, thank you for your time.
Anytime.
So you just got your meals here.
It was okay.
If there was any like improvements to the services that they were
More salad. More amounts of salad.
And you probably had a few different meals downtown here. Which one would you say is the best?
The one they serve here at this place.
So, how many times have you been here?
Approximately 10, 15 times.
And what do you think of the meals here?
Pretty solid. I enjoy them. I've got a background in cooking. I used to do a lot of cooking for like semi-decent restaurants, fancy restaurants. For what they give me at home, it's like zero complaints. It's always different, flavorful, and feel.
And so you probably had meals at a few other places around downtown.
Yeah.
So which do you say is the best?
I would have to say it's just you gotta volunteer there to like really earn your keep. But every day is a special. It's always super filling, and you can take your food home if you gotta cook it. And then I also really enjoy Entree House on the days, especially for sisters is closed. And if I need more than one meal in a day.
And if there was any improvements that you think need to be made to the meal system throughout Portland, what would you say it would be?
Entree House needs a bathroom, desperately. And honestly, bathrooms. More bathroom space. Like that's paradigm. Like you can't really eat and not use the bathroom. They go hand in hand.
Oh, thank you for your time. Man.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
And enjoy your meal.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.
That's night watch. And so, what is your name, sir?
Like
And so, what is your opinion of the meals here?
the private churches do the most. The stuff downtown is disgusting. I don't even go in there. it's unhabitable.
And so, with that keeping in mind, so what things do you think should be changed in
The system itself. The system isn't meant for people to get off the streets. I can tell you, I've been off the street myself most of my life. I'm back on now, kind of by choice, making a move and going in and out of these places. There's no way to get out of it. There's not enough for everybody here. Well, everybody's classified as being homeless, but there's two classifications. You're looking at drug addiction, you're looking at mental illness, and then you're looking at the homeless that lost their homes and they're like me to a fire rescue. When you break it down to that, then you can start doing something. You say, well, we can take these people that can still go get jobs that aren't under the influence of drugs and don't have a mental disability, put them back to work in their place, and then we deal with the other two separately because they are separate things. Until we see it that way, it's just going to be a revolving door. And it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So I've got 3 degrees and I can really get into establishment. I'm overqualified. So, you know, it's going to get worse. That's all there is to it.
Well, thank you for your time. And have a good day.
Too.